And a good morning, everybody. There. She's a hoggy out. Oh, I got my raincoat on. Gotta open up the candies before I go anywhere. We got butterscotch, I guess, today. They come in these little tins. These little round guys, round tins. At least they're smart to put round things inside the round tin. Can't save that for, like, hamburgers, for example. Some company out there puts square burgers in a round bun. That don't make no sense. Now, they're square burgers. Oh, this is hard. The radio is off. Oh yeah, ding, ding. So, I think we'll put the heated seat in the heated. There it is. Okay, let's go. We are 12 degrees out. Lawn's mowed. First time this year, and I've already drove over one of my son's walnut trees. Oh, what happened here? Somebody backed around here. Okay, I guess the grader's finally on the road. He started last night, or just before dark. Well, that's good news. Mother-in-law's house sold. So just waiting for the money deposited in the bank by the end of this month. And that's one burden off my wife's shoulders. And if I get the burdens off the wife's shoulders, it'll get the burden off of me, to her. Well, you know how that goes. Fellows. So, look at this wrecked city. And yesterday I managed to get the fire lit twice and burned down a bunch of little brush. But this time I'm going to do it a little different. I told my wife, I'll go and change some stuff up. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Mud. See the mud on the other lane? Mud. Oh, what do we got here? Gotta be careful. The road's a little greasy. So, then you're starting to look up around here. Maybe that. I tried I got a little drone, or a little helicopter, I guess that is what it is. And just after I figured out how to get it in darn air, and it was always going off to the left. I don't know what was up with that. The battery died on the helicopter. Well, I can go through here pretty quick. No, the plow's going to be here. maybe made it this far. Maybe not. That's not bad. There we go. We got 45 minutes in the city. I gotta make up some time on this road. Let me see. Geez, we're up to a whopping 70 right now. Kilometers an hour, which isn't very fast. I gotta drift over. Yeah, he didn't do that yet. So the right lane's not done. Gotta watch, because these things are like driving on ball bearings, like ice. Oh, this is a big improvement from the video I posted the other day. I was thinking I'm going to have to get a bra and a jock strap to drive this road if it gets any worse. But luckily, it's not too bad right now. But we got 2 more days of rain after today. Look at that big rock. Well, I guess not. Not too bad. Now, what did he do in here? Nothing. Looks like he lifted his blade and left. A little car that was like passed these. Well, I don't see it anywhere. Cool. I think right around here is the last one. Yeah. Looks like a young feller they got in there now. So maybe this year he'll figure it out. Well, I got the window to freezing up on me here. Set. Alignment. Front. There we go. Turn on the heat a bit. There we are. That should be defrosted soon. Well, we can turn the fan on now. Now it should start going. Now we're up to 80. There's still some horrible bumps along here, though, I gotta watch out for. And a lot of them are in places where the hole's blind to you. So you gotta watch. Well, you gotta memorize everything on this road. Minutes. No time to dawdle. There's one just over the crest of this hill. That's bad. There. Right here. You're probably fishing that one. That was good timing. Who's that old blonde? hey, just like one of them rallies. Gotta be careful of that. That'll wreck your car. Oh, what have we got here? A tree service man. Yes, I had to get the old chainsaw out. I have a trail between the Lover's Lane and... Oh, this looks like bird feed. Oh, you never know. His nickname is Bird Feed. I guess his feet are something to behold. So we're just whipping right along here. Did take my water pills, but I don't know. Half my water intake. There we go. Back window's cleaned off. Always like to see who's creeping up behind. So, there's a possibility that there could be 2 Canadian teams for the Stanley Cup this year, which is a real rarity, to tell you the truth. And Toronto could be one of them, but they're known to choke. So chances are pretty good they won't make it. And Washington lost to the Hurricanes. I wasn't expecting that either. After the drumming that they gave Montreal, Washington, I gave them the favorite to win. But for the Stanley Cup final, I have Washington and Winnipeg. And so far on the pool, I've made 63% picks correct. Oh, what do we got on here now? That's good. This is a place called Just Chillin'. And I'm telling you, there's a poutine they make in there. You know, that's got fries, gravy. But it also, the one I like, has got Thai chicken on it. So you got some recognizable food that's a little bit not too bad. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, hang on there, boy. We'll get in there as soon as we can. Now the thing is, dogs aren't usually too bad getting into the city. It's when they get out of being penned up, they gotta pee, and usually we load them up. Oh, we got a flat? No, yes, no. No, there's not. That's good. What is that, a rough? This little patch here they did last year. after they dug the overpass over the pipe. Sometimes when the rain comes here, and it comes down out of these hills, because of the amount of deforestation, there's nothing to hold the water back. And then it ends up right in the dam. And the dam, a couple of days earlier, starts letting the water out because of the surge coming at it. And a couple of days ago, I guess it'd be Monday, excuse me, the water level in Fredericton was right up. Oh, there's that old girl doing the walk out. There we go. Whipping right along. I should set it. Where are we going here? 85. That's not too bad. Well, don't look like anybody's here. Man, that guy does a lot of work cutting all those logs up for us. There's another guy over here somewhere that does it too. Not that guy. Just up here, He orders in the logs and... Oh, not here either. Anyway, he's on the right-hand side somewhere here. Since we got it moved back here, this guy is gets delivered a bunch of logs too. Not as much as the other guy. He's in here somewhere, huh? There it is, right there. And wood is over $300 a cord. That's quite a bit of money. That's all split hardwood. And it reminded me, I gotta get some hardwood from the garage lugged in. Or not the garage, from the woodshed back into the garage. That's sandier than hell. It could be blowing and snowing and just right out nasty outside. And then I just have to step out into the garage and grab some and bring it in. But we have still a major problem. Everybody here's got it. These Asian ladybugs, or at least that's what they look like, ladybugs, but they're Asian, I guess. And all we can do is vacuum them up. There's hundreds on the bathroom window every day. And outside in the fall, you can see them all on the side of the house. I'm not sure how the people in the city are doing, but I know country folks are having a hard time with it. Go into the solarium, and they're attracted to the lights up at the top of it, and they die when they fall down to the white tile below. It's just peppered with little dead flies and these Asian lady beetles or whatever they are. Oh man, I vacuumed them off the walls, ceilings, all the windows. I've tried looking it up to figure out what was going on with them, how I can kill them, and basically take all your plants outside, wash them out, change the soil. You're looking for larvae. The larvae is like a piece of rice but small. But I don't think you can get rid of them. In the wintertime, it's just as bad. We're not as bad, but there isn't a day that you don't see a ladybug. I seen one in the bathroom scale, and I thought that was sealed. There's a vet. There we are. We got half an hour. 28 minutes, so we got to pick it up here. $1.37. That's up from $1.34 I thought we had. Huh. Oh well. 10:30 shouldn't be too bad. Now, water's still pretty high, but it won't be long. There's a ferry around here somewhere that they use to take the cattle over to the islands after the risk of flooding is over. And they get really lush grass over in those islands after the water goes up, goes down. Boy, the grass is just popping right away here. And the leaves are starting to come. You see the hint of green? This is warmer down here too, by a few degrees. Oh boy. Poor old Storm. He's got something going on with his ear, so we have him on a drug called prednisone. Right now he takes a quarter of a tablet at the supper mealtime. And he's ravenously hungry all the time, to the point of being a little aggressive as well. It is, if there's one thing I don't like, is a dog sitting there, breathing on me, non-stop, without flinching, and all you can feel is this breath of warm air. Now, I've got it down that I can finish my meal, separate the bones and whatever he shouldn't eat, and then I'll give him the plate to lick. And he'll, if there's one dog that can eat anything, it's him. I don't know if he's ever ate chocolate or a grape or anything that he shouldn't eat, real. But it's for sure he can pretty well eat everything. I was surprised. We had shrimp and cocktail sauce the other night, and he licked that bowl out. And the other two dogs, you can't muck around too much with their food. Bear, he'll eat as plain as day all the time, but not so much with ice. Ice requires something on top all the time, or he'll just sit there and look at you. This guy gets delivered a bunch of logs too. Not as much as the other guy. He's in here somewhere, huh? There it is, right there. And wood is over $300 a cord. That's quite a bit of money. That's all split hardwood. And it reminded me, I gotta get some hardwood from the garage lugged in. Or not the garage, from the woodshed back into the garage. That's sandier than hell. It could be blowing and snowing and just right now nasty outside. And then I just have to step out into the garage and grab some and bring it in. But we have still a major problem. Everybody here's got it. These Asian ladybugs, or at least that's what they look like, ladybugs, but they're Asian, I guess. And all we can do is vacuum them up. There's hundreds on the bathroom window every day. And outside in the fall, you can see them all on the side of the house. I'm not sure how the people in the city are doing, but I know country folks are having a hard time with it. They go into the solarium. They're attracted to the lights up at the top of it, and they die when they fall down to the white tile below. It's just peppered with little dead flies and these Asian lady beetles or whatever they are. Oh man. Vacuum them off the walls, ceilings, all the windows. I've tried looking it up to figure out what was going on with them, how I can kill them, and basically take all your plants outside, wash them out, change the soil. You're looking for larvae. The larvae is like a piece of rice, but small. But I don't think you can get rid of them. In the wintertime, it's just as bad. We're not as bad, but there isn't a day that you don't see a ladybug. I seen one in the bathroom scale, and I thought that was sealed. There's a vet. There we go. We got half an hour. 28 minutes, so we got to pick it up here. $1.37. That's up from $1.34 I thought we had. Huh. Oh well. 10:30 shouldn't be too bad. Now, water's still pretty high, but it won't be long. There's a ferry around here somewhere that they use to take the cattle over to the islands after the risk of flooding is over. And they got really, really lush grass over in those islands after the water goes up, goes down. Boy, the grass is just popping right away here. And the leaves are starting to come. You see the hint of green? This is warmer down here too, by a few degrees. Oh, geez, we can do that. Oh boy. Poor old Storm. He's got something going on with his ear, so we have him on a drug called prednisone. Right now he takes a quarter of a tablet at supper mealtime, and he's ravenously hungry all the time, to the point of being a little aggressive as well. It is, if there's one thing I don't like, is a dog sitting there, breathing on me, non-stop, without flinching, and all you can feel is this breath of warm air. Now, I've got it down that I can finish my meal, separate the bones and whatever he shouldn't eat, and then I'll give him the plate to lick. And if there's one dog that can eat anything, it's him. I don't know if he's ever ate chocolate or a grape or anything that he shouldn't eat, real. But it's for sure he can pretty well eat everything. I was surprised. We had shrimp and cocktail sauce the other night, and he licked that bowl out. And the other two dogs, you can't muck around too much with their food. Bear, he'll eat as plain as day all the time, but not so much with ice. Ice requires something on top all the time, or he'll just sit there and look at you. Okay, we're heading home. Dog's in the back. He's a different color. He's white. He was a shade of gray and brown. Now it's just a matter of which way we want to go. And we'll go this way. We'll go down a road that should be a 4-lane all the way across the bridge. But it's not. Up here. We're on Prospect Street, which is not a bad name. And then we're going to go down Regent. And we got a red light already. And I had an ice cap today. And a crunchy chicken wrap from Timmy's. Alright. They need to have these smart lights. There's no cars here turning in. Well, these guys are. Oh, there's an old girl. And all lights need to be synchronized. It's highly unlikely this one's going to be synchronized. Oh, there's hope though. But I don't think so. And I'll save you the blinker. I'm in the left lane anyway. So this is Regent Street. You turn right, you go up to Walmart and Costco and those kinds of stores up there. And we turn left to head down the hill, across the bridge, back up the hill. There's a Walmart on the other side of the river. There's only one Costco here. And it's packed. I had to go in there twice to get everything today. I played out big time. So the first cart that went to the car was 2 bags of dog food, 2 cases of pop and a case of water, and laundry soap. I think that was pretty near it. Then I had to go back in, and I was getting tired then. Not only that, I had to wrestle with those bags in the back seat because we have a dog, or not the back seat, but the back. Because I had to throw the bags of dog food in first and threw the pop in. Only had to move the pop, put it on the other pop on a bag, and threw the case of water in. Holy frig, that's heavy, man. So I go back in the store, and wouldn't you know, they move crap around on me. For example, where the coffee was, that doesn't exist there anymore. And where the Downy was, I couldn't find that friggin' stuff either. A fabric softener. They moved that. What else did they move? So anyway, I got enough steps in to do me the year. My feet kill me, and my knees throbbing, and my sides sore, and the bottoms of my feet feel like I'm standing on a toaster or something, or a griddle. Anyway, by the time I get home, I'll barely be able to walk to get all this stuff into the house. Thank God, a lot of that heavy stuff's going to just stay in the garage. So this should be 4 lane. At the best of times, there's 3 here. But they got a sidewalk to deal with. no. We made it. Oh! Our internet's fixed. So maybe I said that before, but we're on 5G for the second time. Which reminds me, I gotta keep checking it for a few days. Oh, there goes a bicycle guy. You really gotta pay attention to these flashing yellow lights. They just pop out of nowhere. And we were going through the till the second time. There was 4, 5, 6 policemen standing around in front of the food where the canteen is. They didn't look too excited over anything, so that's probably good news. All right. And it's going to take a while. It's 2:30 almost. My son stayed in that apartment when he was going to university. And tomorrow I'll be back to the city. Gotta go see the lung doctor. Whatever they call that. See, I had to go in the city a couple weeks ago for a lung test. I almost blacked out trying to push that friggin' air out of there. But I hardly ever use the Ventolin, I think they call it. It's rare. But I have a steroid one I take first thing in the morning. I never miss that. And I have no idea if anything's having any effect. And all my coughing is usually done is because it's got post-nasal drip. I'm blessed with everything. There, what's that? Cavalier Mom. That must be a breed of a dog. Right? Ice? You look like a Jesus stuffed toy. She says she uses a mosquito net now when she's doing dogs like the ones I have. That'll be good. Get his undercoat more or less stripped out, I hope. Don't you even think of start scratching to go out. I can't put you back in. Come on, let's go already. Now they're listening to their beats, are they? The thing is, can you hear the car? Here's the Thames, but not the same Thames. Come on, let's go. 7, 6, 5. Goody. And this here is always changing. This is university town. They got 2 universities here, so there's a pickleball store. The barber shop, that's been here for friggin' ever. They've upgraded the front window, I see. And here we are. There's the lighthouse here. They used to have a lighthouse years ago. And the water is receding. I've seen it over the road. This road was closed. You couldn't use it. They come up quite a way. Oh, you gotta watch out for them. And this is where they have the fireworks for Canada Day. Somewhere in the water there. Oops, somebody lost a hubcap. I remember when those things were valuable. People would sell them, like you'd see these guys out in the country. I'm pretty sure they went and dug a friggin' hole so the hubcap wouldn't fall off. Because I always had guys there picking up hubcaps. Or buying hubcaps off these guys. Now they're plastic, I think. Here's a couple of names for you. Mactaquac and Mirashi. Or Marashi. Or Miramichi. Depends what side of the road you walk on, I guess. Okay, what's this road? This is the that's the Westmoreland Street Bridge. Oh goody. Now we can sit and wait. Wow. What do you got up there? Oh, that's McLean's. That used to be down there near the reserve. Look at the pontoon boats they got out there. I need to check my lottery ticket too. Gotta remember when I bought it. They draw it's called the 649, 2 times a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Today's Wednesday, so it might be tonight. So it doesn't matter if I check it or not. And the thing is, you check it, and you go back to the store. I usually go to the same store because these women are honest. But not everybody's honest. They can put a bump ticket in there, and you hear the thing go off, and you would assume there's no money. Of which, I haven't won a penny or a free ticket. Oh, jeez, not this year. And probably not most of last year either. The most I ever won was something like $129. My wife was standing right beside me, and that was it. They just whoosh. It's like the thing had, my fingers were coated in grease. Alrighty, boys, let's go. This is 2 nation crossings. And to get onto one of the Miramichi roads, you turn left and right, or right and left. Well, you know what I mean. Then that goes up to the Killarney Road. Oh, here comes a Jeep. All shined up. Doesn't look like it goes off road. Oh, maybe. Gladiator. I liked those when they first came out. But they say those 4-wheel drives, like this one, I think they can lock both axles. And when I put it in low, I believe both axles are locked in, but I'm really not sure. It doesn't really matter to me either. Okay, there you go, Jeepy. And the Honda guy, where's the hell is he going? Big loop-de-doo here. There we go. Let's go home another way today. Make sure you got lots of gas before you even think of going a different way. So we're going to go up the Killarney Road. And this Royal Road, or not the Killarney, this is the Royal Road. I don't know. This year especially, my mind seems like it's going somewhere else. Watch out for the potholes. These pills he's got me on to help me get to sleep. Man, I tell you, I take them at 8 or 9 o'clock. By 11, I'm starting to doze off. I could have missed them. I could probably have missed the Stanley Cup. Be sleeping in my chair. It's a good thing the wife goes to bed just a little earlier than me. There. We're gone. Oh, gotta watch out. There's a school zone just up around the corner here. That's a trap. 49.50. Okay, we can do it. And the school is, it's off to the right there somewhere. It's in there. Elementary. So there's not too many of them kids on the loose walking home. School owns and ends. What's going on there? That's a small house. Yeah, we've been fighting with the air conditioning and the heat in the last week or two here in the house. I didn't bother putting the air conditioning on this morning. If it gets cool in the house in the evening, I'll turn it on. But during the day, I try to turn it off. And the temperature in the house only drops like 3 degrees. So it's, well, you got it well insulated. We got a basement's all insulated. The outside walls all have a inch of or more, or 2 inches, I don't know, of styrofoam with the siding on top of that. Ooh, hit the gears, man. Okay, area. I should open the back window for this guy. There. And the heat's down to 16. Okay. There we go. Whee! Oh, don't. There's some free tires for somebody. When I was, just after I got married, I bought a 1964 Buick LeSabre. And from all the previous cars I had about maybe 30, 40 tires behind the garage at my mom and dad's place. So on Sunday, we'd go over there and say hi to mom and dad. And I'd always grab a couple of spares, throw them in the trunk, so that when I went to the next place I went to is a tire place, and they take the flats out, they can keep the tires. They just went flat, there was nothing left of them. And then I put another set of tires on. Not balanced, nothing. Just put the freaking tire on, because I know it was going to blow by the time next weekend rolled around. I got so good at changing the tires, it took me about, less than 5 minutes to whip one off and put one on. It felt like NASCAR. never even bothered with hubcaps after a while. Man, that car had, I think it was a 425 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's a nice flagpole. Huh. Yeah, and we're in the process of downsizing after the experience with my mother-in-law. Holy jeez, she had a ton of stuff. All her stuff's going in an auction. One of the items that I remember is this old silverware set. The bid's already up to $1,000. And here's McLeod Hill, where you come out from, back in Fredericton. But we're going to flip this way today. Oh, watch out for that hole. There, missed it. I hope there's not a freaking ton of holes out here. I haven't been down this way quite a bit. There we are. I parked there once before. Ate a sandwich, I think. You never know when these darn batteries are going to go low on these little cameras. There. Tree company. Every once in a while we get a letter in the mailbox from some tree company or whatever wanting to cut the wood on the land. I don't want it. It's just starting to grow back. It's about 25 years since they cut it last. And I can't get down that road yet. I don't know how many trees there's going to be on the road to get down there. Maybe last year was the last time down. Alrighty, here we are. That's a nice old farmhouse with a nice barn. That's a big upgrade. Yes, sirree. Oh, lost a chunk of barn there. Too bad. These barns are worth quite a bit if you look after them. Hey, what do we got here? It looks like a barn then too at one time. Oh, scrap metal that off. What's he got there? A fridge or something. Now that guy takes all that scrap metal and he sells it again. Oh, what's this truck? In Florida. A Chevy. Oh, pardon me. We were going to buy some property off the side of this hill here. Just after I moved down here. And wouldn't you know it, I bought a Jeep a few days before that. One of those YJ things, those little ones. And I drove over the hill. And I got stuck. I could go ahead a little bit further. I was hoping to be able to turn around, and then I could get a set of momentum going and get through that swamp again. But no, I just made it worse. So while I was trying to dig it out, my wife went back out to this main road here. Got some half-drunk guy come down with her in his pickup truck. And I says, "You're not going to pull me out with that." He said, "Oh, no problem," he said. So he got stuck too. Then they both went back up the hill. Came back with a guy with a tractor. And he pulled both of us out at the same time. I was so glad to get out of there. Now this piece of property had a couple of 100 acres, but most of it was swamp. So we didn't bother about that. And it was cheap compared to what you have to pay for now. Okay, here we are. We're getting closer to the end here. They got kids. Yes, sir. Little repair shop there. These guys must be all family. 2 or 3 houses in there. I think they do logging, these guys. I was talking to our groomer, and she said she's on commission now. Well, I wonder, she says it's a little better than what she was getting on a wage, but single mother. Boy, they sure charge 5% for my mother-in-law's house. Goes straight to the realtor. That's like $6,000. And then we have to pay. I don't think she has to pay tax on it. She'll have to pay capital gains on the selling of the house. But then again, they built it. So I'm not sure how that works. And somebody has to pay the New Brunswick government and the federal government HST, which is harmonized. 5% from the government, federal government, and whatever it is, 12%, no, 10% from New Brunswick here. There's only 2 provinces that are this high. And I can't remember the other one. They're both in Eastern Canada. And Alberta doesn't even have a sales tax. So they must have a way of racking that 5% on there. It's so nice to go into a store and just pay what the price on the tag is. And I thought food was tax-free here, but I guess not. I ordered 2 Dornaires and it was $20 or something like that. And then all of a sudden she asked me, she says, that's $26. What? It's a good thing I didn't. I had a, they didn't even have a debit machine. Or they had a debit machine. They didn't have a credit card machine working. So I dug into the wallet, rubbed off some mold on the couple of bills that I have in there. Paid cash. I wonder how much caffeine they put into these ice caps. It's like a coffee slushy, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, not out yet. I can tell the trees on the right are swampy. Well, we got it almost up. Got to make the big turn down here. Yeah, well, that was it. Waiting at the groomers there outside, killing time. Somebody's car alarm went off, and then went on, then went off, on and on. It was the last like 15 minutes they did that. Oh, Pam Doak, that's the one that sold our house, and I know the guy that used to live in there. There's a good chunk of farmland with that. I have to check it out. And he lives in a place called Tavistock, which is up on the Miramichi River, on the north side of the river. The Miramichi River used to be famous for fly fishing, for the Atlantic salmon run. Now it's all catch and release, and I think you're only allowed to catch 2 and release them. Now, several factors are involved in that. Turn here. There we go. One factor is when they cut all these trees down, the water just rushes down into the creeks and carries everything with it. So there's a lot of silt covered in there. Oh, sorry about that. Then, in the summertime, the water becomes warmer, because the water that's running down the side here gets a chance to warm up. And that kills the eggs. This is just, there won't be any more unless they're farmed. And on the Bay of Fundy, they farm lots of them. When they go in there and they start cutting trees, they just slaughter the land. guy makes a bunch of money, and then we have to wait for the forest to start growing up. It takes about 20, 30 years. What's all these women doing standing out here? The school bus. Well, that's why. To get the little ones. Oh, so we're going into that. That's a swamp and a half. And we're coming down that big hill that we went on. So this is just like it being at the Costco going down that Regent Street where I was. Except their hill's straight up and down. This one's windy. And I think it's a couple 100 feet more too. Trying to suck the ice off the bottom of this ice cap. Nothing like getting hit in your tonsillitis part there with a chunk of ice. There's still some bargains for housing down here. You know. There's a logger there. Looks like they sold a bunch of land on here. Look like they're making acreages. Okay, here we are. Next turn is Thorn Ridge Road. Well, I might as well go first, because if I don't... There. Where is he? Oh, he's right behind me already. I like a GMC pickup. Those things aren't cheap either. The wife won't let me have a Jeep, or I can only have a Grand Cherokee. I can't have the little Jeeps anymore because we can't get the dogs in and out. And a pickup truck? No, not happening. So it'll be another one of these things. And overall, both of them have been pretty good. Someone rear-ended me when in Abu Dhabi at 80 kilometers or more an hour. I was dead stop. And then somebody rammed him, and he ran into me again. My neck snapped back, broke the seat in half. So we took it in to get it fixed. They don't write them off. They got enough repairmen. If you ever watch those guys fixing bearings and changing tires on YouTube, these Asian guys and Pakistanis and whatnot, they can pretty near make anything look brand new. Here's an eyesore. But that other guy's not behind me anymore. And the river's coming down, the creek or whatever. Bang, bang. And here we are with the big climb. Won't take long. The old ears will equalize again. And the grader should have fixed it up a lot better than what they did. So I'll have to put that on the Facebook. Sorry, Ice, you gotta wait. We're 3/4 of the way home and you're gonna have to wait. This guy's trying to get his line cut. Ice, just quit scratching. It's enough to drive you insane. Yeah, here we are. Easy does it, pal. Hey, Ice, wait a minute. Eric is so good about helping me put the dogs back in. The only one that will go in for sure is Bear. He can't wait to get in. There's a little struggle to get him in, like Ice this morning. Then I couldn't get him out. There we are. All Irving property here. And they claim they're doing lots for forestry by planting lots of trees. Well, the trees are genetically modified. So they're insect resistant, I guess. They grow like crazy. And if you ever looked at the rings on the old timber compared to the new, these things grow pretty fast. So the rings are easy to count. But you get some of that old growth. Okay, what do we got going on here today? This looks promising here. Just watch out for these freaking rocks.